Welcome to the SPE podcast, powered by the Society of Petroleum Engineers. You're listening to SPE Live, AI-driven transformation, powering efficiency, sustainability, and innovation in the future of oil and gas. The audio from this episode was previously recorded on August 6, 2025.
I would like to welcome you today to the SPE Live AI-driven transformation powering efficiency, sustainability, and innovation in the future of the oil and gas. My name is Dr. Wael Ziadat. I am the VP of Corva, Middle East and North Africa, and also the chairman of SPE DBTS Technical Section. And I will be moderating today's event. Today, SPE Live will last for 30 minutes. Please don't wait until the last few minutes to ask your question. Post your questions in the comment while we go. And today I would like to really introduce our respected guest, my friend Dr. Majed Alzahrani. Dr. Majed is Petroleum Engineering Assistant Consultant and Data Scientist at Saudi Aramco. Dr. Majed holds his PhD in Computer Science and finished Machine Learning and Artificial Intelligence domain from the KAUST University in Saudi. Dr. Majed worked in Saudi Aramco in the drilling systems for the last 20 years, and he's leading most advanced technical projects within Aramco. He is the technical project manager for key strategic projects and solutions to support drilling engineering solutions in Saudi Aramco and the industry. Most welcome, Dr. Majed.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Wael, for the nice introduction, and good morning, good afternoon, and good day to everyone on the live with us. I'm glad to be with you.
Thank you so much. During our event today, we will focus into four lenses that try to unfold the full capability of AI and how it can help the industry to achieve its full potential. So with that, I will go through the lenses with Dr. Majed and try to show you guys what really could be bringing the value to the industry and share some of the most really valued use cases that we've seen in the industry and in the region. We will start first by really strategy, because strategy is the dynamo that driving the whole value of AI and digital transformation. So with that, I would really touch you, Dr. Majed, based on your knowledge and vast experience in the industry. How do you see the AI can shift from being the nice-to-have tool in the industry to be the strategic necessity that can really help delivering the business outcomes of the organizations?
Interesting question, Dr. Wael. And before to start answering that, let's first think about why AI is important. How come it can help us with something that we didn't have before? And let me share few examples why AI is super beneficial to us. AI for once can reduce uncertainty, and especially in oil and gas and specifically in upstream business, most of the actions are happening subsurface where you cannot see. There are a lot of uncertainty there, and AI can be very, very helpful there, where it can help us reduce this uncertainty, and decision makers can take decision with ease. In addition, AI can analyze massive data. The amount of data that we have gathered in the past 10 to 20 years are many folds higher than what we have collected in the last 100 years prior to that. And another factor is that AI is good in hidden pattern recognition. So for us, a human, we tend to have challenges, observing changes that are sudden and minor. So think about a fun game where you have two identical images and they have minor differences between them, and you are asked to find those differences between the two images. Well, for some of us, it will be it will take us a while to find all of the changes. Now imagine that you have hundreds of images and no one is telling you which one might have differences. And now you are asked to analyze all of these images, review them, find all the changes among them. Well, for most of humans, that might be a difficult task that will take a while. So AI is not having such a problem in this. It's good at that. That's why it's very important. AI have already proven its value and impact in many industries like aviation, manufacturing, pharmaceutical, and also in oil and gas. And talking about oil and gas in specific, many NOCs and IOCs have already shared many success stories about their adaptation of AI in their operation, which helped them to be more efficient and competitive in the market. So for other companies that are maybe less investing less in AI, they might have the risk of losing some of their market share. So that's why it's a must to have.
Excellent. I think that's really valid point, Dr. Majed, when it comes to strategy. And this is with such a strategic importance, there are definitely some barriers. So I would really like you to touch base, like what do you think that the biggest barrier that can be faced by the industry adopting the AI and digital transformation, and how companies really can overcome such challenges and barriers? If you can please shed some light.
Yes, there are a number of barriers that might, be a challenge where adaptation of AI can be difficult or slow. So we can start with saying that the data quality and availability is one of them, where legacy systems and database are in silos, and also the data formats may be inconsistent. In addition, much of the data that are collected are from, for example, rigs or sensors are unstructured, noisy, or incomplete. So to overcome this problem, corporate has to invest in data infrastructure and use data lakes, cloud platforms to unify and clean the data. Also, standardizing the format is important. Adapting open industry standards like WITSML, for example, for well-site data. And using edge computing and IoT, to gather real-time data and high-quality data from the rig will be another help to the data quality challenge. Another challenge will be the lack of AI talent and domain knowledge. So we have AI team who are often they lack the oil field specific knowledge. And then on the other hand, we have the petroleum engineers who may distract or misunderstood the AI models. It's important for the corporate to create a cross-disciplinary team where they pair the data scientist with the drilling engineer and geologist. And also another thing that they can do to overcome the challenge is to offer AI and machine learning training to petroleum professionals. And for the other part, they can also partner with the technology provider firms or academia. Another barrier that is Okay, let me finish with the culture barrier. I think it's very important because the experienced field, staff, usually they rely on their experience, understanding of the operation, and they would say we have done this for the past 30 years. Why should I change? And also the fear of automation to replacing their job. So in order for the corporates, to overcome this challenge, maybe they should start with a small pilot, okay? Some AI tool that do a low risk job in a very controlled environment just to prove its value. And also to involve the end users in the creation, so they will feel being part of the solution.
Excellent. I think that's very, very nice input. And actually, really, the SPE Live maybe can imitate some of that hype. Because you can say that before we used to have certain events that we talk to the industry, SMEs, technical people. Now we move to the webinars and now SPE Live, where I'm really interested to see that with such an audience from Far East, Middle East, Africa, Europe and the US. So it is, those kind of digital tools can really create a big hype. And here, really, I would like to thank you, Ginny and Aisha, for all your support. Moving to the second lens, Dr. Majed, we want to talk about the high impact application and where really some of those applications can deliver bigger value to organization. Do you want to share some light in that side and maybe share with the audience some of the use cases, real world use cases?
In the context of applying AI in oil and gas, maybe in drilling operation or in other businesses, we can see immediate impact for AI in different areas. For example, in predictive maintenance, AI-powered predictive maintenance tools can be are being widely adopted in oil and gas industry to optimize equipment performance, reduce downtime, and improve overall operational efficiency. By analyzing real-time data from sensors and equipment, AI algorithms can detect potential failure, predict maintenance needs, and schedule maintenance activities accordingly. This has resulted in significant reduction in maintenance cost, improved equipment reliability, and increased uptime. In reservoir optimization, it's also applied where AI is being used to optimize reservoir performance by analyzing large datasets, including seismic, well logs, and production data. AI algorithms can identify patterns and relationships that may not be apparent through traditional analysis, enabling operators to optimize well placement, completion design, and production strategies. This has led to improved hydrocarbon recovery and increased production rates and reduced operating costs. Also, for emission tracking, AI is also being used to track and reduce emissions in oil and gas operations. By analyzing data from various sources, including sensors, satellites, and IoT devices, AI algorithms can detect emission patterns, identify sources of emissions, and predict potential emission events. This enables operators to take proactive measures to reduce emissions, improve air quality, and comply with regulatory requirements.
That's very nice coverage from end to end when it comes to use cases. Dr. Majed, if you may allow me, please, if you can share one of the use cases, then deep dive into it and how maybe take some of the biggest risk and liability within organization and can deliver value. So just to make some deep dive into one of the use cases and share some numbers, if you can, please.
Sure, Dr. Wael. Myself and the team I'm glad to work with have been working in many problems in Aramco. One of them, for example, is stuck pipe problem. Stuck pipe is one of the most costly incidents or events that can take place during the drilling operation. I started my work in this problem back in 2011. Me and the team have published already many articles and technical papers regarding this problem. The challenge with the stuck pipe that it is in many cases unpredictable even to the most experienced rig crew. It's just they are ending up with an operation that might cost a fortune in order to recover. So with applying the AI and machine learning methods to the real-time data that we gather from the rig and the oil fields, we were able to develop a model, or actually it's a set of models that work collectively in order to predict the stuck pipe ahead of time. So we alert the crew and give them enough time to react, to correct the course of actions that they need to take in order to avoid getting into the trouble of having a stuck pipe. So that was one of the very interesting problems I have worked with, and alhamdulillah, it have shown a great value and a great success in the operation.
Definitely, and there is like many very well-written SPE papers around it. I think this is one of the most challenging drilling deficiency issues that the industry have been trying to use, and you guys really prove that how really AI and machine learning can deliver value here and can really improve the performance. Thank you so much for sharing such a great use cases. I think we lay down maybe ground what is the current state and maybe what is the strategy of digital. With the second lens, Dr. Majed, I want to touch base a little bit in the innovation side of the AI and digital transformation. And with that, I want you maybe to share based on your experience. I know that you have been engaged also with many partners and leading academies into the AI and digital. So what do you think that are the most emerging AI technologies today that hold big promises to the oil and gas industry? And if you can share also the anticipated time frame for those.
There are several emerging AI technologies which hold significant promise for oil and gas industry. Allow me to share some of them. So I'll start with the most hot topic these days, the generative AI, which can be used to generate synthetic data such as seismic data, well logs, and production data. These can be used to train machine learning models and improve their accuracy. This can be particularly useful in areas where data is difficult to collect. Digital twin is another example. It's a virtual replica of physical assets such as wells, pipelines, and processing facilities. They can be used to simulate and optimize operations, predict maintenance needs, and improve the overall efficiency. Quantum computing, a very promising technology that has the potential to solve complex optimization problems that are currently unsolvable with the traditional computing methods. This can be applied to different areas, such as reservoir simulation, well placement, and production optimization. Another factor that is important, especially for to gain the trust of the engineers and the field crew, is the explainable AI, or for short, XAI. It's a type of AI that provides transparent and the result can be understood, which is very critical for high stakes industries like oil and gas. XAI can be used to improve the accuracy and reliability of AI models and to build trust with the stakeholders. Edge AI also, it involves deploying AI models on edge devices, such as sensors and IoT devices. This is done to enable real-time processing and analysis of the data. Eventually, it will improve the efficiency and safety of the operations and to reduce the latency and cost of data transmission. Computer vision, it's another technology that can be used to analyze images and videos from sources such as drone cameras and sensors which can detect anomalies and monitor equipment and optimize the operations. And I would like to conclude with the NLP technology, which can be used to analyze and extract insights from large amounts of unstructured data such as reports, email, and conversation, which can eventually help improving the decision making and reduce costs.
Excellent. I think those all tools, which great tools that you mentioned, Dr. Majed, complement each other and help us to achieve the bigger goals. And one of those bigger goals that maybe the industry have been talking about for a while and have raised a lot of debates and questions, which is the autonomous operation. So are we moving toward the future of fully autonomous oil fields? Do you think, based on what have you seen implemented in the industry, or even technology available? And what is the time frame and maybe some of the barriers or challenges could be to achieve toward this direction?
Okay, so fully autonomous oil field, maybe no, right? So the oil and gas industry, the oil and gas industry is moving toward the future of AI-enabled oil field, but human will remain an important part of the decision-making process. This will be a gradual process that will take several years to achieve. The timeline for achieving this goal will depend on various factors, including technological advancement, regulatory frameworks, and industry adoption. Currently, the oil and gas industry has already started to adapt some autonomous technologies, such as the remote monitoring, where many fields are already being monitored remotely using sensors, drones, and other technologies. Also, we have some automated systems. In some fields, they have automated systems for tasks like well control, pipeline, and pipeline management and processing. Predictive maintenance also can be done by some automation, and it's being used to predict equipment failure and schedule maintenance. So for the short term, we can expect to see increased automation. Okay, more oil fields will start adapt automated systems for tasks like well control and pipeline management and so on. And also advanced analytics will be used to optimize production and predict maintenance need to improve safety. And digital twin will become more utilized, allowing for real-time simulation and optimization for oil field operation. However, in the midterm, 10 to 20 years, we can expect to see autonomous drilling, where we have more automation at the operating rigs. We will be utilizing maybe some robotics by then to handle some risky operations for a human, pipe handling and so on. And for the long term, we can expect to see more automation. Okay, that will be applied on the field to improve safety conditions, but still, we will be requiring human intervention. Also, integrated operation will become the norm, with the aspects of oil field operation from drilling to production being managed and optimized in real time. Again, the human in the loop will remain. And there are different and challenges attached to that, but I don't want to take most of the life for this topic. I would like to conclude here. Thank you. Back to you, Dr. Wael.
I think this is great and very nice picture that you draw, Dr. Majed, and I think there is a lot of pressure in every aspect, like operator, service company, drilling contractor, even technology provider, even university. And we've seen, in Saudi, how really this ecosystem is working and really delivering value. This is very nice. With that, I will try maybe to skip some of the questions because really there are some great questions from the audience, and I want you maybe to tap into those. The final lens that we will touch before we go to the Q&A is that the talent and leadership, which is really the pillar. And we can talk about how we can achieve AI and technologies there without the people fueling how we can go there and we achieve the anticipated outcomes. We cannot go without that. So the question here is that how is the workforce evolving with the AI adoption, and what are the new skill set that will be in demand? Dr. Majed, based on your experience, since you're really running a big team of data science, machine learning, and also involved in different operation, drilling engineering, and operation team that involve in the operation or delivering such solutions to the industry.
Okay, excellent question, Dr. Wael, to conclude with. And the workforce is evolving significantly with AI adaptation, and new skill sets are emerging as a result of that. Here are some trends that can be highlighted. One is the upscaling and rescaling. As the AI automates a routine task, workers will need to develop new skills to work alongside AI systems and focus on higher value tasks. Hybrid skills, okay, it's another factor. The demand for workers with hybrid skills, such as data science and business-focused skills, will be increased, and AI requires the combination of the technical part and also the business skills as well. Another thing is we will be seeing it is that lifelong learning. The pace of technological change will require the workers to continuously update their skills and knowledge to remain relevant to the market. And remote work. AI will enable more remote work. The workers will need to develop skills to work effectively in a virtual team and environment. And also human AI collaboration. Workers will need to develop skills to collaborate with AI systems, such as understanding AI decision making and providing input to AI systems. There will be a set of new skill set that will be required to see also. For example, data science and analytics. As AI relies on data, the demand for data scientists and analysts will increase to interpret and make decisions based on data. AI and machine learning engineering, okay, it's another important skills where workers with expertise in AI and machine learning engineering will be needed to develop, deploy, and maintain AI system. Digital transformation specialty. Workers with skills in digital transformation, such as change management and process optimization, will be needed to implement AI solutions. And with all of this online activities we have, cybersecurity is a must. So AI system, okay, will become more prevalent, and demand for cybersecurity experts to protect against AI-related threats.
Excellent. I think that's
there are a lot, Dr. Wael, to go through. So
I know that even the short time that to get all the input from you. Thank you so much for the input. We will open the floor for some. We have many questions, and hopefully we can answer as much as we can. So there are two questions from Zahir. I think they are related. So he's talking about how to integrate the reservoir and formation evaluation to be extended into that, and link that what type of data used without breaking the IP and Aramco work, because I know that you published some paper on that we can share with Jenny, with Asha, and they can attach to the SPE page. But what kind of data have been used for identifying drilling deficiencies? And I think he's linking more also to formation evaluation rather only drilling. If you want to touch that, Dr. Majed.
Okay, so working with different types of data and joining them together, specifically using the most recent technological advancement, we can work on this using the multimodal systems. And in that, you can have a multi-agent system where each agent is very expert in one type of the data. And you train that agent or model to make, generate insights from this specific type of data. And then you merge all the output of every agent that you have developed together in another model, which combine their output, and then it will, and then you can have a more insightful results combining the output of all the agents. So that's one way of handling it.
Excellent. I think that's very nicely done. Moving forward, with the question from Samuel, he's asking about AI deployment and using in reservoir side of the business. Do you want to touch that, Dr. Majed, or maybe we can leave it?
I didn't get the question. If you can.
So he's asking about what kind of AI tools and use cases maybe in the reservoir side.
In the one of the problem there is, for example, is for the well placement, what would be the best place to drill the well. So this is one of the most challenging problems in the reservoir engineering. Also, another problem in the reservoir engineering will be to simulate the behavior of the reservoir over extended period of time, with taking into consideration whether you have some injector wells, producer wells, the location of them, the rate that you inject at, the rate that you produce at, and so on. So there are plenty of problems in the reservoir management side.
Yep. So second question, I will come to you, Corva. Your question is interesting, but for Richard, asking about the autonomous side, automated side of the operation, and he said that do you think that Dr. Majed is the concerns by having AI to directly control the systems?
Well, to start with, for example, the automation, the fully autonomous of the operation, you have many threats. One of them is the cyber security. So anything that is connected to the internet or even to any network is still carrying some risks. So fully autonomous, I don't see it happening very soon. I think there will be a lot of work required before we reach to that level. But I think many researchers and companies are working towards that. Maybe we can see it in other industries first, but for the oil and gas industry, I think we will be among the last to adapt that. As you know, oil and gas industry, it's the industry that is providing energy to almost every other industry in the globe. So we have to be very careful doing that.
Definitely. I think there's many questions that please reach out to Dr. Majed or myself, and we will, through LinkedIn, and we will have it to be answered. I just want to touch base the last question from Corva because it's really amazing. Dr. Majed, I know recently you have many groups have been formed within your departments. And the question from Corva, what are the skill set needed for any petroleum engineer or engineer joining the industry to have the right skills for entering the digital and AI domain? I know that you have experience or a young professional or fresh graduate in your team. So what do you think the skills that needed in terms of helping out achieve that?
Now, the citizen data scientist became very normal to have multiple citizen data scientists among different departments. And data science, in order to learn it, it's not very difficult. The programming language that is used, specifically, I would say Python. It's more English compared to the previous, old programming languages. So, and there are a lot of materials. So, for anyone who is interested to learn AI and data scientist, you just need to spare maybe a couple of hours from your time, maybe 2-3 days in a week, and to study data science, which consists of multiple parts, including AI, programming languages like Python, and you start your journey from there.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Dr. Majed. Really appreciate the time and your insights and the experience that you share for the audience. And also thank you all for the time to attend such a really interesting live event. Plus, thank you, SPE and Jenny and Asha for all your support during the last couple of weeks to help us to come up with this nice event. Thank you so much and have a great day. Thank you, Dr. Majed.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Wael, and thanks to SPE for organizing this event, and thanks to everyone who's watching. Have a good day.
Thanks for listening to the SPE Live podcast. For more content, visit the SPE Energy Stream, the industry's digital pulse, at streaming.spe.org. If you enjoyed today's show, don't forget to subscribe and review. Join us next time on the SPE Live podcast.